guys, welcome to Primal Guitar. I'm standing up today because my camera's broken. So just to crack on straight away in this lick. Right, so what I'm doing there is using the flat 5, and that's what Slash was using. This was one of my favourite licks when I was learning to play the guitar, and I didn't really, although I could sort of basically play the lick, it's a really great exercise for your fingers, but I didn't really understand where he was coming from, or how he found that note, and that's why I'm here to tell you. So what he's doing is he's playing over an A chord, and he's using just the kind of A minor pentatonic rock scale. Now, the way to internalise this, you can do it a couple of different ways really, but you can play the minor pentatonic box like that. Now, it's important to know which note you're actually playing. That's the key here. So if you play it your A minor shape, is that how you tune? Should be alright. So your A minor chord, if you play it this way, you should name the notes as you go. That's the root, and you should know that's the flat 3. That's the 4th, that's the 5th, and that's the flat 7. So if you play an A minor 7 chord, see that's the flat 7, that's the flat 3. So the first octave goes like this: root, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 7. That's the first octave. The second octave would go, so root, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 7. But I think the way that Slash does this, sorry, I've got an itchy nose, is this form here. If you play the root on the A string with your 3rd finger, or 2nd if you want, and you name the notes like this: root, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 7. And the next octave, root, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 7, root. So, your 5th is up here, there's your flat 5, and if there's your root, there's your 5th, there's the flat 5. And the second note that's really important to know here is your flat 3. So, see? And it's key to obviously know this in 2 different positions. So if we take this form down here, that's the root of A, A minor chord, root, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 7. And the next octave, root, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 7, root. Now, the other version that I showed you is the other fingering. If you play the root note with your 3rd finger on the low E string, for A minor obviously, and you'd name them like this: root, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 7, root. And then root, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 7, root, and flat 3. There's your flat 3 as well, because your root is here, and the flat 3 is 3 frets above. So by playing these forms, you start to learn where these notes are, the root and the 5th. So if you know where your 5th is, you know where the flat 5 is. And the flat 5 is the note that ties, kind of binds the shapes together. So see what I'm doing there? And this really helps when you're playing the lick in different areas, because that's when it really starts to internalize, and you start to be able to produce these sounds on your own, in your own context, which is really what it's all about, you know. And I found it really just life-changing when I came across an exercise just talking about the notes like this: root, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 7. Because even in that one octave, you're like, and then you take it to the next octave, you know, and it's also there, so you're minor pentatonic. Root, flat 3, 5, sorry, 4, and 5th. That's your 5th there. You can either play the flat 5 there, or there. So hopefully that is useful for you. It was certainly useful for me. The one last thing I'd like to cover in this video is the wee lick where he goes... Sorry. So what he's doing there is he's playing over the chords E major, and what he's doing is he's arpeggiating the triads, the upper three, the triads, the three notes that form a chord, which is always the root, the 3rd, and the 5th. So, sorry. So he's climbing up an E major chord, E major triad. Sorry, I keep getting that wrong. And then down the F. See? All over the place today. So, I think that's pretty much about it. Just practice your forms naming the notes, root, flat 3, 4, 5 and flat 7, and then go to the next octave and do the very same, and do that for the 2 different positions, really, like the A minor here and also, right, and then A minor down here, right, and also like that. And if you can go up that extra octave, you know, because that's the flat 3 root, there's your flat 3, but if you play it, you kind of have, you know, and then that's takes you up to that area of the neck. So with these forms, you really got it covered, you know, in a kind of rock sensibility. So hopefully that was useful for you. Sorry I was a wee bit all over the place today. I'm not used to this new setup. It kind of stressed me out a bit setting it up, but I wanted to do the video anyway. So if you leave any comments if you have any questions, and I'll try and answer back to you. And in the meantime, enjoy exploring the minor third and the flat 5.